Welcome to the Shred Show. Rob DeMeo here. Today we're going to look at the beautiful Steinberger guitar, as well as dive into some of the history behind this amazing instrument. Stay tuned. The Steinberger line of guitars could possibly be as innovative in design and quality as the electric guitar itself. Ned Steinberger, an American inventor and creator, set out to create his first Steinberger electric bass guitar in 1979 in Brooklyn, New York, essentially alone. The company that he started, appropriately named Steinberger Sound, grew exponentially due to ever-growing pop culture and eccentric designs of the 80s. Ned, along with a few other employees, then moved to their new iconic warehouse located in Newburgh, New York, to grow the business. Here are some of the artists that use these guitars. You can clearly see the diversity these instruments really have to offer just by looking at who used them. One of their models, called the Trans Scale, even featured a built-in adjustable capo. Here's a fun fact. Ned Steinberger was also the innovator and creator of the modern electric violin as we know it today. Though he didn't invent it, the designs implemented are clean and timeless, making it the most popular option for anyone looking to play an electric violin. Now, due to crazy demand and not nearly enough supply and manpower, there was an offer on the table to sell the entire company. In 1987, with Ned already venturing off into other creative markets, he decided it was finally ready to sell and hand off his baby to musical giant Gibson. While sales reached its peak in the early 90s, the mid-90s offered up a complete change in music and style, greatly affecting the future of Steinberger entirely. In the 2000s, with the new age of music and fashion already in full force, along with dwindling sales mixed with slow demand, did I mention these guitars used to cost around $3,000 a piece, and also an inefficient complex manufacturing process, Gibson decided to stop the Steinberger line entirely. Eventually, all the guitars made would be sold off and the iconic Steinberger would fade into a state of nothing. Fast forward a long number of years and they're now manufacturing a small line of Spirit model Steinberger guitars, which we'll be looking at today. These are basically like how Squiers are to Fenders. These Spirit versions were also sold at the same time as their higher end models and were seen as a cheaper yet still high quality alternative to the quote real Steinberger guitar. And today, you can also still find a satisfying amount of bass models as well. So now we know a little bit of history about this guitar. Let's break it down and see what it's all about. You can see right away that it's a beautiful yellow-orange tiger stripe. I don't know if the camera's gonna catch that. Yeah, for sure. Beautiful yellow-orange tiger stripe with a bead around it, the front part. And the bridge is, I would consider it as a Floyd Rose-esque kind of locking mechanism, really brilliant design. As you can see, it has a little latch under it that when it's open, it floats, and when it's closed, it locks, which is really, really cool if you're someone who doesn't want to use a whammy bar. Now turning towards the knobs, we have our master volume knob. Below it, we have our master tone knob. Our pickups over here, we have two humbuckers for our neck and our bridge, as well as a single coil in the middle. And we have a 5-way pickup selector that allows us to switch through each of them. Moving on to the neck, it clearly has no head. The neck is, I'd say, quite thick. For my liking, I usually use a Fender Stratocaster or a Gibson Les Paul, but not with the crazy thick half baseball bat neck. Moving along to the frets, I'd say they're medium size, 24 fret neck, and it's beautiful. At the top, we have your truss rod slot, which allows you to adjust your truss rod. These guitars, actually, the Spirit versions of Steinberger did not come with active EMGs. They are passive, so the real Steinbergers do have real EMGs. They're not branded Spirit EMGs, and they do require a battery. They are active. So if you're looking for a guitar that doesn't require battery, you'd probably want to go with the not highest end EMG pickups. Alright, so let's plug her in. Let's see how she sounds. I hope you all learned something about the Steinberger family of guitars today. This particular model is super close to me. I've had it for a number of years and used it a lot live and in the studio, and it's never let me down once. So personally, I do love the Steinberger guitar. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. If you like this video, smash like, smash subscribe. Also, if you have any future ideas for videos, please leave those in the comments section as well. I'd love to hear your feedback. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope to see you next time.